How's it, guys? So it's the start of winter, and in the KZN coastline, one of my favorite target species in winter is cob. So now, in the start of winter, we get a lot of the short-sized cob, aka coblets, what we call them down here in the KZN coast. They range anything from 30 centimeters all the way to 86 centimeters, which is a 6 to 7 kilo fish. You find them in shoals, so you can get quite a few fish if you're fishing the right formation, right trace, right bait. So I'm just going to go through a trace that works very well for me on this coastline. And my favorite hook is a Mutsu light circle hook, 6-0. You get them in various sizes. I just love the shape of this hook. Being offset makes that if the fish swims forward, I can jab it and it sets. It has it in its name. It's light, weight-wise, extremely light. Very nice gauge. So it's not too thin, it's not too thick. And being an owner hook, you know, they are extremely sharp and extremely strong. You cannot open this hook. So with this specific trace, I have caught cob from 30 centimeters, I think even 20 centimeters, and up to a 30 kilo cob. So let's get into the trace. All we're going to need is two little floats, green floats, a 4x5 combination power swivel, and obviously our owner 6-0 hook. I got some 50-pound fluorocarbon. This will be the Berkeley Vanish 50-pound. So you can snell your hook, you can tie a figure of 8 on the shank like what I do. So I'm just going to do that quickly. Don't forget to lubricate. Slide it down to your eye. Make sure that's locked properly. Turn off your tie again. And there you have it. So that's it there. Now the length of my hook snoot varies. I always make it longer and I can drop it down to lengthwise. So why I say longer and then drop it down depending on the sea size. On the calmer sea, I want a longer hook snoot to get more movement for the bait to move more freely. And in a rougher sea, obviously I want it shorter because I don't want it to wrap up. So I always make my trace 50 centimeters. So as you make the traces, you get used to your hand body measurements. So this is about 50 centimeters for me, 40 to 50 centimeters. Just gonna chop it off there, slide in my float, and grab my combination power swivel. So if you look here on your combination power swivel, you get the one that spins around freely, which is the smaller size, which is your size 5 power swivel down there. That's the one I'm gonna tie my hook snoot to. So just gonna tie that quickly. Just a plain figure of 8, guys, nothing fancy. Okay, cut off my tag in there, and that's it, guys. You can basically throw this like this with a tentacle bait, with an ocky leg, preferably a white bait, like a chaka bait. You can throw whatever fleshy bait you want, but on our coastline, the KZN coastline, chaka works well, ocky works well for cob. So we're talking specifically about cob now. So you can tie your sinker snoot from there, bring it basically longer. I use my fist to judge the distance between my sinker and my hook. So I will just cut off my sinker line there and then tie my sinker down there. In this case, I'm using a double hook trace, so I'm just gonna tie another one quickly. Same, guys, I'm just tying a figure 8 on the shank of the hook. Sliding it down, locking it there. Exact same as the first hook. I'm going to measure my 50 to 40 centimeters, whatever you prefer, and then obviously shorten it down if the sea is rougher. Same as my first hook snoot, sliding my green float on. I'm tying it on the exact same combination power swivel 4x5 and on the exact same swivel. Okay, so this was 50-pound hook snoots. You can drop it down if the sea is very calm. When you get that 1 meter seas here, 1.2 meter seals. You can drop this to a 40 pound, but be wary, the cob can bite you off. So rather stick to 50 pound. It just gives you a bit more strength and more confidence when fighting that bigger cob. So in between my two hook snoots, I like to fish a little bit heavier fluorocarbon. So I will go 60 pound fluorocarbon in between. So you're gonna have a look at the combination power swivels here. So this is my two hook snoots now. From the bottom of the combination power swivel there, I'm gonna tie my start of my body, and then the end of it would be on that one there. And I'll explain to you which swivel will go to where once we tie it on. Let me just tie it on quickly. Okay, so guys, on my body, this is how I judge how long to leave in between my hook snoots. This is my body, I just pull it past my top hook snoot, grab the hook down there, measure first length, because I know my tentacle is never going to be longer than my first, and then I just give a bit of extra there for my knot, chop it off there, and then I tie it on the top end of the combination power swivel. Just a plain figure of 8 again, guys. And there we go, guys. It's a plain and simple but effective double hook trace. I call it my cob trace, but you can fish with it for any other edible species. I've got lantern on it, eeltail, barbel, rockards, basically any edible fish. So it's my cob trace, but it works well for every other rock species. So guys, we said we're going to talk about the combination swivels and which way you'll tie it up now. So if you have a look at it, you'll see that the bigger ring on your 4x5 combination power swivel would go to your main line. That they will go to your main line. The one that's with the smaller combination power swivel or smaller ring of it down there would go to your sinker line. And remember, being a first distance away from your sinker. So there you have it, guys. My plain and simple double hook cob trace.